superior quality. When I say these words to you, I'm speaking of studio headphones. You know, you can go to studio.com and use that promo code ROB15. I had to switch it up on you, but, you get 15% off an already affordable product, a quality product. And, you can also help out the show at the same time, but mainly you're helping yourself out because you're getting some bomb headphones for the low. So, head over to studio.com and at checkout, use promo code ROB15.
You are now listening to Random Ramblings with... Yay! Yeah!
What up, everybody? This is your boy B-Rob, and I'm back with another edition of the Random Realms with Rob podcast. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you, the listener, for coming back each and every week, or however you listen to podcasts. If you're a first-time listener, I'd like to thank you sincerely for giving my show a try and subjecting yourself to this verbal abuse I'm about to put on your ear holes. All consensual, because I mean you wouldn't be listening to if you weren't giving your consent. So there you go. I don't want to get in trouble later on. I want nobody to scroll back through my tweets and nothing like that and try to get me in trouble if I ever make something of myself in the future. But hey, I mean, even in that vein, I want you to know that at 3R Show, the Twitter account for the show, I inherited that account. So whatever was tweeted before me getting a hold of that account, don't hold it against me because it wasn't me. I'm serious. I have proof that it wasn't me. But anyway, this edition of the Random Rambles with Rob podcast will be all voicemail. Yeah, this is going to be a special voicemail edition. I had a whole bunch of voicemails queued up here that I didn't have, enough time to slip them into the episodes that I recorded previously. I get them after I've already recorded and to go back and re-edit and all that other stuff. So I just held on to them for such an occasion as this. I didn't have a guest this week. I'm more focused on filling up the calendar for guests for November. And, I just had the 1 week between the transitioning from October to November to where I didn't have a guest. So I was like, why not? I roll out a voicemail edition. This will be the third one I've ever done. And surprisingly enough, all the voicemails, except for one, are from Hoppy Rogers. I know y'all haven't been hearing from him for a while, but that doesn't mean he hadn't been calling in. Like I said, I've been stockpiling these voicemails, and I have what I have here, 9 voicemails from Hoppy Rogers. And if you don't want to let Hoppy be alone in the voicemail crusade, you can send your voicemails into the show as well using the phone number 304-825-5762. That's 304-TALK-ROB. I also host a wrestling podcast now called Wrestling is Trash. I'm using this same voicemail number. So whenever you call in, be specific on which show you're leaving the voicemail for, or don't, and I'll just figure it out. I thought about getting another voicemail line for the wrestling show, so it'll be separate from the Random Rounds with Rob, but I was like, fuck it. I didn't want to have to go through all that. Plus, if you use Google Voice to do that, you can only log into the app one number at a time. So I would have to log out one number and then log into another number to do that. But I still might do it anyway. So anyway, I have been hoarding these. Let's see when the first voicemail was sent in. This was all the way back from September 3rd. I have not listened to any of these voicemails. I have not read the transcriptions. So what we're going through now his some stories from Happy Rogers. More than likely, he's a great storyteller, great person, and I'm hearing these for the first time, so you're getting my genuine reactions to these voicemails as I hear them, as you hear them. So I haven't did my levels yet, so hopefully I'm not blowing out your eardrums whenever I play these and whatnot. Hopefully we got some sufficient recording levels set up for you. So without further ado, I'm gonna just listen to them with you all, and I'll give you some of my thoughts on these things. So should be a typically short episode this edition. All these voicemails are ranging from 2 minutes to 17 seconds and all the way up to 3 minutes, because the voicemail line only allows you to record a continuous 3 minutes. So some of these might be two-parters, but anyway, let's get into the first one from Happy Rogers.
Hey, what up, everybody? It's Happy. I'm having a kind of a fucked up week, month, 2 months, really. I ain't gonna get into all my personal details, but it's been a hell of a goddamn time. It really, really has. I miss B-Rob. I miss Jody B. I miss everybody at the Naked Porch. I know they ain't gonna tell their business, but I love y'all, man. And god damn it, man. It's good people get the most fucked up shit happen to them, and all that. What up to Anomaly? We talking again and all that. In fact, me and Anomaly been freestyling the last little bit. He's done with music. I think he's just done, so he ain't gonna get on the phone. But this is one of my freestyles with Anomaly earlier, and obviously it's not a freestyle now because I done did it. But this is the gist of what we sit around. Because, I mean, you listen to his album, It's All Gangster, but when we freestyle, we be over here dying laughing because it's stupid. We're stupid. Y'all know I'm stupid. So, here's a little treat. Y'all ain't heard from me in a while. Shit. This is right after Anomaly. He said some fucked up shit. But anyway, called Daryl Isaacs. This boy need a hammer. At least we about 40 and never seen a slammer. How did we arrive here with no beer? God is my co-pilot, but we can't steer. Had a stripper fart in my whiskey sour. Denver El Capitan with money and power. Oyster crackers fishing in NOLA. Immigrants creeping in with Ebola. Russia fitting to bomb I-65. Just hope I see is still alive. I got no weed. Just call me Roundup. No one wants me just like a pound pup. Fuck it, I got plenty tobacco. Crazy Horse would have called me a wacko. My balls all wrinkled like a Shar-Pei, but my dick all smooth like a Sharpie. Look, I can laugh just like Missy E. Out of lube, done fucked me a stale donut. She got to yelling. I says, whoa, but my bathrobe open with no drawers on. People see that and get eyes from a war zone. Rabbi for the side.
Okay, so it cut off right there. I can only imagine the next voicemail that's coming up is probably a continuation. Let's just roll right on into that, and let's see if these two correlate with each other.
Oh Lord! Oh God damn it, everybody! I'm drunk. Is this Happy? I'm drunk. I was texting everybody happy. What the fuck is it? Labor Day or Memorial Day? Labor. This is labor, because everybody that labors has to work, so the rich people who don't labor can go on a boat. Does that make any fucking sense? Make the fucking rich people work so that the people who labor can go on a boat. We should get to use your fucking boat on Labor Day. I mean, what? Everybody at Starbucks working, everybody at Walmart working, everybody at the Kroger working. Ain't nobody fucking in there. Ain't no cars on the road. Everybody that labors has to labor on Labor Day. This is some fucked up shit. What kind of country we living in? Okay, to the point. I texted Jody B, that motherfucker. I texted that motherfucker Jody B to wish him a happy holiday in the summer and all that. And I guess he was driving and his wife was texting me and I didn't know it was her till like the sixth text or something. And I'm scared. This motherfucker from Little Rock, he's crazy. And I was texting his redheaded wife. While she was texting me, I didn't know And I mean, I you know, I don't like talk. I don't even like talking to my homies' wives, man. It's just not proper. I don't ever want there to be no question. I don't even like looking at them. I don't like their Facebook posts. I ain't even on there no more. But I don't, no, don't even crack the door open. I don't want to talk to them. I'm sorry, Jody. Please don't kill me. I mean, oh Lord. Oh God, I'm gonna go hide in the closet.
Okay, so no, those two voicemails didn't have anything to do with each other. You got to hear some lyricism from that boy Hopper Rogers and everything. He got a little flow on him. I guess Anomaly, former guest of the show, has been mentoring him in the ways of the wordsmithing and whatnot. I've been saying this for however long, and it is a joke, but it's gonna come to fruition one day. I'm going to make a mixtape, like for sure, like for real. And, I just been inspired by so many people that have been on the show that has musical talent. And I'm not sitting here saying that I've done this as a child, as a kid. This was one of my aspirations to grow up and be a musical performer. I have no experience doing this shit. The most experience I have with, making music was the little, portion that was involved with former guest Sir John Lee. He had me speak some words as I speak, and he chopped it up and put it on the song Finn the Human off of the He Eats with Wolves album. If you want to look that up, I think it's track number 9. Not that I'm bragging about it or nothing like that, but I'm tired of judging things, and I haven't given it a try myself. We get into the thing of calling people trash, calling people garbage without having the experience that they have or had. I'm not talking about life experiences or anything like that. I'm talking about actually making the music, actually sitting down, taking the time and writing things down, in a structure for music or freestyling or whatever the case may be. So I'm almost feeling like I don't have room to call anybody trash if I haven't made the attempt to make something better than what they're producing and whatnot. It's just like this whole voting thing, people talking shit about all these different candidates and everything and this and that and the third, but you can't say shit if you hadn't went out and voted, and I'm kind of stealing that from what I've been hearing out here on the radio, because they've been promoting it hard, that we should get out there and go vote. And if you had the opportunity to vote, you should go do it as well. So that's my only political campaigning that I'm speaking about. I'm not telling you who to vote for, but just go vote for somebody, I guess. Because, to be honest with you, I'm 36 and I've only voted 2 times in my life. From the time that I was able to when I turned 18 all the way up until now, I have only voted twice in my life. One contributing factor to that is that, I was in the military. I was deployed a few times, but I wasn't deployed every year for the 16 years that I was in the military. Sometimes I just didn't, it slipped my mind, even though that's a big thing to say, that slip your mind, but I do so much shit. We do so much shit, and that, sometimes it get away from us. And honestly, straight up, sometimes I just think, fuck, man. Cause like the way I viewed it at the time was like, it doesn't matter who it is they're going to put in office. It's just going to be another asshole that's going to be tearing me away from my family to go deploy and do some other bullshit, So that's just kind of how I felt about it. I didn't think a vote would change anything, especially mine. I'm not speaking down on anybody else who votes. I'm just speaking about me. So that's how I felt. But, I went and did it this weekend. Not this weekend, this past week. And I feel better about myself. And I'll, from 36 on, I'll make it a point to get out there and be an active voter and everything. Now, Labor Day. I totally agree with Hoppy. We go to work day in, day out, 12 hours a day, freaking 40 hours a week, if you're lucky, sometimes more, sometimes less. and we labor. And for Labor Day to be a day to where people are still out there working and slaving or whatever, it just speaks so much about our world, our economy, and just the state of things, you know. And I'm totally on board with what Hoppy's saying. I mean, all you rich motherfuckers that have all these luxuries and everything, you have all these people working for you to keep you in business and being successful and whatnot. Why don't you take what you've got off the backs of other people and, you know, share that a little bit? You know, I'm not saying that there's people that's out there that's not doing it, but I'm saying that probably a lot of people that are out there that's not doing it, you know, but kudos to the ones that are doing something about it, you know. But that was voicemail number 2, and let me get rid of that right there, and we're gonna scroll into the next one. You know, I'm looking at the dates on all these, and the 2 before, the next one, 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 the next freaking 5 or so here are all from September 3rd. But let's check out this next voicemail from Hoppy Rogers.
Hey, I'm gonna give y'all a very, very rare Hoppy background story. If you want to look up the article, just Google elevator. Wait a minute. Elevator in barn led to large underground marijuana crop. I'm pretty sure you'll get it on that. I really ain't got nothing to say on that at all. You can read the article, and that's all I got to say. Cause yeah, but a person that was involved in that back then, about 12 years ago, me and him was partners. We went to war in '08. That's about all I got to say about that. And he ran off. I mean, this wasn't no bar brawl beef. This was serious. And you know, I ended up in Indianapolis, and he ended up in Portland. And I found him first, and basically catched and released. And that's about all I got to say about that. And we buried it in about 13. And I thought, you know, everything was going to be cool and we can work together again. And so we was working about a month ago, and at a legit place this time. And but I thought we could, you know, past is the past. Everything cool. We good. I ain't gonna say nothing. I never said nothing. And he decided he won't fucks with me at work and start talking all this shit. And you know, just little comments and stuff. You know, little, like if I was smoking a cigarette, he'd be like, "Oh, that's a big old dick, white dick in your mouth. Look at that." Just shit like that. And, you know, I told him, we ain't saying no names, but I told him, I said, you keep that up, I'm gonna wear some yoga pants in here, motherfucker. And he kept it up. You know, I never said nothing bad about him to nobody, never told no past, never said shit, never made a comment. You know, I thought we could go in there and mutual respect. Nope. He still had a grudge. And, so I don't know if you all study Sun Tzu. I'm a big Sun Tzu fan. I know the whole art of war. I know the 48 laws of power. I know the 33 strategies of war. I've studied Napoleon. I've studied Caesar. I've studied Genghis Khan. I've studied Hitler. I've studied.
That's a lot of studying there, homeboy. Let's I think the next voicemail will be a continuation. Let's see what we got here. He's talk about studying that I'm seeing.
I studied Stalin. I studied Vladimir Taylor. I've studied Hannibal. I've studied all these motherfuckers, and I'm not saying I'm undefeatable, but I am saying I'm almost 40, and I have not been defeated at this point in my life. We all get overtaken at some point by nature or death or another man or the government authorities or who the fuck knows what. But I'm pretty sure 4 decades is something pretty good to brag about, and I'm not going to brag. But he kept on with these little comments and all that, just trying to humiliate me in front of everybody. And, you know, that's going to fly for a little bit. And then it ain't gonna fly no more. So, you know, I said, what color yoga pants you gonna be wearing here tomorrow? Since that's all you think of. You know, everybody talks about what they thinking about. You know, if I'm thinking about sports, I'll talk about sports. All you think about all day is sucking dick. So what size yoga pants you want me to wear here tomorrow, motherfucker? And, you know, he thought I was joking. I said green with a silver stripe and all this and that. And I said, he kept on. And I said, man, you keep on. We're going to move to a bikini top. I'm telling you. If that's what you want to see and that's all you want to talk about, I'm going to fucks with you. And he thought I was bluffing. He thought I was bluffing, y'all. So the next day, I pull in this place. And this is a rich fucking place. It's one of the premier country clubs in Louisville. And Rick Pitino be going there, Daryl Isaacs be going there, the lawyer in Louisville, this is the big timer and all that. And Coach Petrino, the football coach, and everybody be going there. I'm talking all the big timers. Papa John's is a fucking member there. So, anyways, the next day, I'm pissed because, you know, I thought we'd take everything in the past and bury it, and he's just wanting to fucks with me. I mean, fuck with me hard, not fuck with me like we doing business. So, I mean, it's been a hard couple months, y'all. I ain't had nothing to lose. So I pull up into the main country club parking lot where all the rich people is at, because there's an employee parking lot. But I pulls into the main motherfucking parking lot. Get out. I got on some white Daisy Dukes with some pale, hairy motherfucking legs, some purple shoes, and a bra that's around my stomach. It ain't even covering up my hairy ass chest. I got Phillips screws through my nipples. I took out my nipple ring and just stuck some fucking Phillips screws through my nipples. So I'm walking past all the richest people in Louisville, about 30 or 40 of them playing golf and hanging out in front, and some Daisy Dukes, hairy white legs. I mean, 2 tall glasses of milk, y'all. Purple shoes and a pink bra around my stomach, not covering up my chest by any means. And I'm walking through there with a shaved head, pissed. And nobody said a fucking word. They wouldn't even look at me. I'm talking, they scared.
Okay, first off, when I'm cluttering through all that, fuck Papa John, screws in your nipples. Happy I don't know how you did it. Cause I mean, when I'm thinking about it in my head, it's just like you put a screw through some flesh and, you know, I got the treads and the grip and it's making my nipples hurt thinking about it right now. And, you take it, you take it to that extreme, my dude, to fuck with somebody. And I appreciate that about you. You ain't scared to combat the chaos with even more chaos. So let's see what we got here on this next voicemail. This is also September 3rd. And is it a continuation?
So the night before,
nope.
I'm pretty sure this motherfucker flipped.
Yeah, he did.
His daddy was a G, okay? His daddy was double O, triple OG, dealt with Escobar. I've seen pictures. So when you're the son of that guy, you got a certain ego. And he did his thing back in the day, but at this point he got a kid, and I'm pretty sure he's flipped. And I'm pretty sure the guy that was working pantry was a corrections officer, hooked up with him, and he thought I'll finally get this motherfucker after we beefed, you know, back 12 years ago and all that. He's flipped. I mean, I ain't dumb. That's how I'm still walking around out here. So I walked past the undercover cop. I walked past the line. I walked past the server bitches. I walked past everybody's. And I walks up to Chef, dude, and I'm like, hey, bitch, this what you want to see? He didn't say a word. I've never seen fear in this motherfucker's eyes. I'm talking back in the day when we went to war. He's one of the only people that's ever been on my level. That I wasn't scared of him, but it was a hearty thing to swallow and to strategize on. I mean, it was Stalin and Hitler, you feel me? And I've never seen fear in his eyes. And when I walked up on him, Buck, like that, I mean, I know it's fucked up. Like, how you going to be intimidated by somebody in some white Daisy Dukes in a bra top? But he's seen my full crazy, and he's got a kid now and a career and, you know, trying to live straight. I ain't got shit, y'all. The last 2 months been hell. And I'm telling you, the 2 people in this world you should be afraid of, mark this on your calendar, is somebody that's got something to prove. That ain't me. That was me when I was 15. And somebody who ain't got nothing to lose. I done did it. I done met every life goal I've got. I done did it all. I'm on the downhill, and I ain't got shit at this point. Living the square life and all that. So, I ain't got nothing to lose. And so, he's afraid. And I saw fear in his eyes. And I ran my mouth a little more, and I left. But if you read Sun Tzu in The Art of War, you should always leave your enemy an out. Because if they run, it's a lot easier to kill them when they're running away than when they fight me. You feel me? And if you don't give them an out, like if you got your people, if you're in a battle, you should put your army where they have no escape. Their backs to a river, their backs to a mountain, they got a cave behind them, something like that. Because every dude will fight with the strength of 3 men. Because there's no way out. Ain't no retreat. And I'm telling you, you can kill 1,000 motherfuckers with 250. Because these motherfuckers will fight with fervor. But I left him out.
Goddamn, happy breaking it down, freaking war game style and everything. Is this a continuation? So, yeah, I think it is. Hold on.
So I left him out.
Yep.
And that out was that I was in white Daisy Dukes in a pink bra. So, even though I humiliated him and intimidated him in front of everybody, and I seen that fear in his eyes for the first time in my fucking life, which made my dick hard. He's gotten out. And his out is college girl. Me ain't gonna believe what this motherfucker did today. He come in here dressed up like his da-da-da-da-da. When I left, he could say to a lot of people, this motherfucker crazy. He believe this shit da-da-da-da-da. Because they didn't hear our conversation. I said that to him personally. And so they'll all laugh at me. But deep down, he got that wound. Just like if you stabbed Superman with a kryptonite knife. Oh, that shit gonna hurt for a while. That shit gonna hurt for a while. And he's peeking out his blinds. And he's watching his phone. And he's looking under his car after he gets off work. And that's all I need. But if he had pushed me one more time.
Man, see, that's some psychological shit right there. You know, I had Anomaly on the Wrestling is Trash show, and he told a story about Hoppy after he cut a promo about him and everything. And he was just like, Hoppy had a backpack and he would chase motherfuckers with a machete. You know, and this is somebody that, you know, knows him personally or whatever. I only know Hoppy through the show and voicemails, and, you know, we exchanged some text messages here and there and whatnot. But I mean, Happy is like, he's down to destroy somebody mentally and physically or whatever. And, you know, I can respect that. He has a method. I mean, we hearing all this strategy right here. So now if I ever encounter a wild Happy or whatever, I might have a little bit of insight on how to fort him. I had to probably get some Speedos, some platform shoes, and a rainbow colored wig and everything, so I can kind of get into his psyche and psych him out. Oh shit. But I don't know. This is also from September 3rd. I don't know if it's a continuation, but let's see what we got.
I'm drunk. I done left like 14 messages.
Yeah, you did.
I don't give a fuck.
I know you don't.
Not a fucking raw fuck. Not a condom protected fuck. Not an anal fuck. Not a mouth fuck. Not a foot fuck. I don't give none of these fucks. I don't give a fucking hand job about none of this.
Okay.
Me and Anomaly, if B-Rob will have us, are coming down to Houston to do a live show on Random Ramblings with Rob.
I'm down with that.
If not, it's okay. My feelings won't be hurt. But we want to come down there and do a live show. Because Rap-A-Lot Records is down there. And I got something to post on the door of Rap-A-Lot Records for J Prince and get his motherfucking attention. That's really all I got to say at this point. y'all know Martin Luther only got famous, not Martin Luther King Jr., you dumbasses. And I hate these motherfuckers that get on TV and call Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King. That was his fucking daddy, you dingalings. Like, I mean, it means something. He's junior. He's the son. This motherfucker was a legend. And y'all can't even add the junior to his name. That's really all I got to say about that. But the only reason Martin Luther, the white dude from way back in the day, that started Protestantism against the Catholic Church, the only reason anybody knows his name is because he went against the Pope during the Inquisition. I mean, that's some fucked up shit. I mean, you got balls. And wait till y'all see what I got in store. All I got to say.
Okay. We just talked about Hoppy's psychological prowess and, you know, how he game plans and everything like that. Hoppy, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say a couple things to you. First off, if you come down here to Houston, you and Anomaly, yes, we're doing all the live shows. As long as you're here, we're probably gonna podcast. We'll podcast the whole time you're here. Secondly, don't come down here fucking with Jay Prince. I done heard some shit. I don't know him personally, but I done heard some shit that all them Jedi mind tricks you talk about. I don't think that shit gonna work. Leave Jay Prince alone is all I'm saying. I made a joke about him on somebody else's voicemail for their show, and I immediately said I was playing. I was just joking. I didn't mean it. And don't be fucking with Jay Prince. That's all I'm saying. I heard some shit. Anyway, we got another voicemail from September 4th, and it's not Hoppy. So I'm interested to see what it is. It's only 17 seconds. And let's see what's going on.
Yo, it's Bernie. What did I eat this weekend? Labor Day weekend. Labor Day weekend, what'd you do to me? It's Bernie.
Oh, okay. That was Bernie. And I don't know if something happened to him. I hope Bernie is okay, and Hoppy didn't get to him with his go-go boots and boy shorts on or whatever. So shout outs to Bernie. If you're okay, Bernie, if you're within the sound of my voice, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're alive and thriving in the world. And thank you, Bernie, for your voicemail. All right, September 9th. What we got from Hoppy? Let's go. What we got? This is another long one.
Hey, this is Hoppy. I know I'm crazy and all that, but in 2006, I had a girlfriend that had nothing. She didn't know nothing about politics. One of them girly girls.
I still don't.
Just super cute. Don't know nothing about. She wasn't dumb, but she just wasn't into politics. But we was in bed one night about 4:30 in the morning. She woke up hysterically crying. I mean, like she just escaped a war zone or an attempted murder or something. Hysterically crying. I mean, hyperventilating, everything. And I ain't got time to get into the whole dream, but she had this dream that everybody was chilling. It was about 10:30, 11 at night outside, having a good time, having a beer, just a normal American night when everybody's, going pretty good. And these Russian planes flew over, and it was so close she could see the Cyrillic on the side of the planes, cargo jets and such. And everybody was like, man, that's kind of curious.
That's a vivid dream.
And about an hour later, they come up on us quick, man. Troops everywhere, killing everybody, door to door, raping women, killing everybody. And ever since then, I've believed this girl was psychic. That wasn't the only instance of her having visions that came true. And this one hadn't come true yet, but it's getting ready to. We're over there in Syria already at war with Russia, attacking each other. We've done killed Russians. We're about to bomb some shit again. Putin is threatening to directly attack American troops over there. I want y'all to know, hear me right now. If you hear explosions, if you hear gunfire, if you see a Russian jet, if you see it on the news, because they're going to attack both coasts at the same time, California, Florida, and possibly Maine, New York. If you see that, get your ass to the country, because they're coming. Speed is the most powerful weapon, and they're going to come on us quick, and China's going to be involved too. And before you know it, out of nowhere, about 11 o'clock at night, it's going to be a surprise invasion, and we ain't going to be able to do shit. I know everybody thinks, America, ain't nobody whoop us, motherfucker, is coming. And I want you people to get a bug-out bag together. I want you people to get a tarp, camouflage, so you can get down when they fly over and all that shit. I want you to get a life straw so you can filter your water when you're out there around a pond or a creek or some shit like that to stay alive. I'm telling you, this shit is serious. I love y'all. Be safe. Yes, it's coming. So it's time.
Man, that sounds like some Red Dawn shit. You know, have y'all seen that movie Red Dawn? I vaguely remember the original movie. I know they did a remake with Chris Hemsworth or whatever. I've seen that most recently, but yeah, man, you need to check that out if you hadn't seen it. Both versions, the original and the new one. But man, that's a scary thought. You know, because look at 9/11. You know, I'm pretty sure there was some precursors, there was some warnings and whatnot, and we was just like, oh man, there ain't shit going on. And boom, you got what you got. You know, some people would say it was an inside job. I mean, it was something, man. It was some bullshit ultimately, but what, over 13 years of my adult life was spent in another country, fucking with some people that didn't want us there, or probably never even had shit to do with what happened, but I was there anyway because I had a job to do, you know. But more of the story, I guess, is always be prepared, you know. So get your bug out bags, get your bunkers, get to the chopper, yeah. And let's get to the next voicemail. These are more recent. The first one comes to us on this past Tuesday, and let's see what Happy talking about.
Hey, whatever, I was happy, man. You got 2 podcasts, man. You got that one. That shit's crazy. You're expanding your product line and shit over there. You know, I ain't listened to this one with Anomaly yet, but I might have to do it tomorrow because I'm getting ready to go start this job tonight. I was the pastry chef at the best fine dining place in Louisville that's got more awards than everybody. We had Reese Witherspoon in there not even a month ago, cause she knew I was working there. It's not like I'm buddy with her or nothing, but she seen run across some horror movies and all that. But, so she wanted to check out my desserts, just like me and Jamie Bernadette. Like, we ain't met for real, but been fucking around talking to each other before I got banned off the Twitters and all that. But, oh my God, this job, dude. I couldn't do it no more. It's too fucking much. And they're all, you know, that uppity shit in the kitchen. They all think they're fucking, on TV or something. So I had to leave because I just ain't got the ego like that. You know, I'm from the hood. I ain't trying to fuck around like we're all, Iron Chefs in here and shit. So now I'm going to work with these Asian people making a shit ton of fortune cookies and them honey almond cookies. You know them little cookies with the almonds in it. That is all they fucking make all night long. That is it. I got a fucking mixer the size of a retard short school bus. Swear to God, this motherfucker makes, so, dude, the oven, it looks like a train. It's huge. It's like 60 feet goddamn long with a conveyor belt. So I'm gonna go fucks with this shit, see how this turns out. And then I'm trying to get back into porn too. So, be on the lookout. There may be some hoppy hops coming up. Love y'all. Peace.
Some happy hops, some Happy Rogers porn. I think he called in, you know, a while back talking about he knew a guy in the porn industry. You know, he just got off a bad relationship breakup or whatever, and he hooked him up with some scenes and whatnot. I ain't gonna go look him up or anything, but you know, Happy's ready for that lifestyle. I think he's ready to hit the adult industry and everything. Happy, if you make it big in the adult industry, I'm not gonna watch it, but you know, do something with them robot sex dolls they got out now. I mean, I think that's a big topic of discussion that everybody's been bringing up, and they've been making all kind of new models. They got one that has mastered the art of blowjobs, from what I've been hearing from the Al B and Radimus Prime show. You know, it got 16, 17, 18, 19 different styles of penis sucking in this little capsule thing you put on your dick and let it do whatever. Happy, you can make some money. You can make one in the shape of a foot, because I know you got a foot thing going on. But enough about that. I'm talking about more of your porn escapades than you have spoken about your porn escapades on this show. So we got one final voicemail from Hoppy Rogers, and it looks to be another doozy. Let's check it out.
Hey, what up, this Hoppy? I'm giving a shout out to this homeless meth head couple that lives about 5 miles from my house somewhere. They always at this gas station that I go to. The first time I run across them, I seen this bitch with a sign, and I was like, hey, why don't I take you out to dinner? And we can do whatever. Wooty woot. She's like, nah, my husband right over there. I look across, he over at the other corner with the sign doing the same damn thing. So she ain't trying to cheat on it. She ain't gonna fuck around on him for no money or no nothing. And, but she hot, boy. She a meth head homeless bitch, but she is hot for a homeless meth head bitch. Let me tell you fucking what. I mean, banging. So, but they always up there, and her husband got a legit mental condition, or he just has fun fucking with people. I really can't figure it out, but he'll sit there. Nobody fucks with him. The cops will have convos with him. The workers will have convos with him. I kind of give them props for that because he don't really bother nobody. And if you can't handle being screamed at by a homeless person every now and then I mean, you in the wrong country. Go somewhere else like China where you can't say shit. But he'll sit up there and just scream shit like sex, ice, Boston Celtics, shower. I mean, just
might have Tourette's.
Whatever the fuck comes to his mind. I mean, he's homeless. He ain't got shit to do. It's probably fun to him just to see the reactions of the rich people thinking he's crazy. Or maybe he is crazy and enjoys seeing them react to him being legit crazy. I can't figure it out. But he got this badass bitch. I'm talking, I don't know if she showers often. It may be a smelly adventure, but she's hot. Well, I mean, he's hotter than what I got right now. He's homeless. It blows my goddamn mind. I mean, how the fuck? I mean, maybe, I don't know what the fuck. Maybe they done been through some shit. She's just sticking with him. Maybe they childhood sweethearts. I don't know what it is, but she ain't gotta be no homeless hoe. I swear to God. But she sticks with this motherfucker, be screaming some random shit like he got Tourette's. I don't know. Maybe they enjoy that fucking transient life, this chaos and shit. I don't know, but shout out to y'all. Shout out to you motherfuckers, because you crazy and you got a hot piece of pussy. And you a homeless motherfucker, man. How?
Maybe you got a hung hobo penis. That's why she's sticking with him. She's like, I ain't got nowhere to stay, but he got a place to stay in this vagina. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Happy, maybe you can incorporate him in your new porn lifestyle or whatever. But yeah, I do have one more voicemail, but it's tailored to the Wrestling is Trash show. It was more about the Roman Reigns diagnosis and whatnot. He came out a couple weeks ago saying that he'd been battling leukemia, and he's going to continue to fight, and he won't be able to, be an active competitor for a while. So, I had a homeboy that was there at the show live when he made the announcement, Carl from the Codex Prime podcast, and he sent me a voicemail just kind of describing the atmosphere in the building when the announcement was made, how he felt about it and whatnot. But you'll get to hear that when I transition over and start recording for the Wrestling is Trash thing. That'll be one of our topics of discussion, because there's a lot of things to unpack for the wrestling show when I start doing this next set of recordings. From the time that I recorded the last episode with Anomaly, we've had the whole Saudi Arabia debacle with the Crown Jewel pay-per-view. We had the Roman Reigns reveal of his leukemia diagnosis. We had the Women's Evolution pay-per-view, the first all-women's WWE pay-per-view. And so, I mean, there's a lot to unpack. There's a lot to talk about. And hopefully I get a good couple episodes out of it. So stay tuned for that. That should be out within the week. Like I said, I'm already gearing up for November. I've scheduled a whole bunch of guests ranging from writers to actors, fellow podcasters. Of course, you're always welcomed here to promote yourself and your brand and your product. And speaking of November 17th at the Bar Bohemia, I think I'm saying that right, is here in downtown Houston, Texas. A whole bunch of Houston podcasters are getting together, and we're doing our first H-Town Podcast Fest. It's just going to be a whole bunch of local podcasters. We're going to get together. We're going to record. We're going to do some video stuff and, just hang out, get familiar with our community and our fellow podcasters and, just try to grow the thing, get some steam, some build up behind us, because, I mean, we are all independent. We're not Joe Rogan. We're not freaking Kevin Smith. We're not Mark Maron. We're not all these other people with all this adulation and accolades and money and all this other bullshit. We just doing this shit because we have a passion that we're pursuing and just trying to get our names out there, you know. I love doing this show, and there's been plenty of times, shit, even today, to where I felt like I didn't even want to do this shit no more. But as soon as I sit down in this chair, as soon as I flip on the microphone, hit the record button, you know, it just starts rushing back, you know. It's just like, I mean, I could do so much of this stuff and, you know, not get tired of it. But when I'm not doing it, it's just like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Why are people even listening to me? You know, it's a lot of self-doubt that comes with this stuff because you have expectations for yourself. You know, you have a vision of what you want your thing to be. And, you know, there's certain points in time to where you think it should be further along than what you think it should be. But, you know, when you're faced with that doubt or whatever, you know, just keep pushing through it, man. Because, I mean, one or two things are going to happen. Somebody is going to recognize you and, you know, you get some kind of, I don't know, you'll get some kind of rewarding, you know, feelings from, you know, doing something that you like to do, or you just fucking stop. I mean, that's the long short of it. I mean, you do it because you love it, or you just stop because you can't do it anymore, or you fell out of love with it. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I'm rambling. I'm bringing the mood down. Hopping and talked about porn and fucking war strategizing and tactics and tube tops and porn and all kind of crap. And here I am with my self-pity and loathing and whatnot. But hey, I'm going to wrap this thing up so I can start prepping and get ready for the wrestling show. It's good to do these every now and then, take a little break, you know, just sit here and ramble and hear my own thoughts out loud. You know, you should do that every once in a while. You know, I mean, just think about it. I used to do every 10 episodes would be a solo episode. So starting from episode 1, you know, skipping episode 10, solo episode 20, solo episode 30. I forget where I stopped doing that, but I mean, maybe I should get back to it. It probably scheduling wise and, you know, spacing of episodes and whatnot. It would probably help me out tremendously, maybe, to do that. But then again, I do a lot of that over on the Lemur app. So, if you want a little more personal insights to, you know, what goes on behind the scenes with this podcast, the Random Rambles with Rob, and now the Wrestling is Trash podcast, you should download the Lemur app and hear me ramble. There's a great community over there, and there's just a whole different take on podcasting on the Lemur app. That's LIMOR. Less is more. You know, I didn't know that was an acronym for that, because like I looked up like the actual animal, the lemur, and it's not spelled like lemur the app. And a group of lemurs is called a conspiracy. So that's kind of like they tagline for their app is join the conspiracy. And I thought there was like more to it. It's just like an inside thing with them, you know, that's like it's a conspiracy, but a group of lemurs is called a conspiracy, and I did not know that. Just like a group of crows is like a murder or some shit. Where do people come up with these names? That goes back to an episode, I think it was with Jody B or one of them guys, where we talked about the, you know, motherfuckers that making up the words and shit, like why is a tree a tree? Who thought of calling a tree and all kind of shit like that. But anyway, let me go ahead and get up out of here. I appreciate you hanging in with me. I appreciate Hoppy for all that he does for the show. I appreciate you all for listening, liking, retweeting, subscribing. Those things go a long way, and I would hope that you hang in with me and continue to do those things. Like a little more participation from y'all. Y'all can call, and, you know, maybe we'll do another voicemail episode with your questions and your opinions and your thoughts and whatnot. So the place you can do that is here on the Random Rounds with Rob, and you can leave your voicemail at 304-TALK-ROB. That's 304-825-5762. Other ways that you can reach me on Twitter at It's B-Rob. That's ITSBROB. If you want to talk professional wrestling and any other general shenanigans, that's the place you do it. This show has its own Twitter account, which you can follow at 3R Show. And if you're hip and trendy, you should also be following at 3R Show 2. That's TOO. You can go to randomrobcast.com and find many different ways that you can help the show grow and prosper and turn into something, unique, with a little more steam behind it. You can buy merchandise from wehavemerch.com, which you can find on randomrobcast.com, and also with some other alternate merch sites that I have on there. Go to randomrobcast.com. You can find my Amazon links. You can get a free 30-day trial of Amazon Prime. You can, we get a little kickback to the show if you use my Amazon links to do your shopping. You don't pay anything extra. You could be a patron through Podbean. Just go to randomrobcast.com, click on the patron link, and you can be a supporter, just like Brandon McIntyre, Glenn Abbott, King Ajar, Robert Cook, and Bob Hines. You can support as little as $1. If it was 50 cent option, I would have did 50 cent. I appreciate y'all for listening. Tune in to Wrestling is Trash. You can go to wrestlingistrash.com and find all the episodes. There's only 5 of them right now. I'm about to record a couple more. You can follow Wrestling is Trash on Twitter at WrestlingBTrash, because is too many letters for Twitter as far as handles go. So follow the show on Twitter at WrestlingBTrash. Submit your questions. If you submit any questions on Twitter, use the hashtag WITTALK. That's WITTALK. You can leave voicemails for the wrestling show at the same number I gave you for this show. That's 304-825-5762. And you can email your wrestling questions. They don't have to specifically be about wrestling. They could be non-wrestling questions too. Just send questions in for any show, and I'll probably answer them on the wrestling show. It doesn't matter. But the place you can do that is mail at wrestlingistrash.com, or you can do mail at randomrobcast.com. Either way you use it, it'll get to me, and we'll put your email out there for the public to listen to, and I'll give you some advice. If you got some love life questions you want to ask, some romance questions, some couples advice, some single life advice. I have 36 years of life experience. From 18 to now, I have some adult life experience, so I can give you my insights, my thoughts. I'm not saying I'm a professional. I'm not saying I got any degrees in this shit, but I'm willing to help you. I'm willing to listen to your problems, because, if I can't really talk to you intelligently, I can give you a listening ear. But anyway, thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.